Bitcoin has made an all-time high today, so why are my altcoins not going through the roof and I'm not already a gazillionaire is what you might be thinking. I'm Brian, Big Dumb Animal. I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to give you what I believe is going to be the next steps so you understand what potentially could be coming and what we expect to see and what to look out for. I always say my disclaimer, I'm a big dumb animal, don't do what I do. I posted about this briefly in my school community. Like I said, I'll make this brief because I'm a little under the weather. I got a cold. I think I got it at probably the gym because that's where I see the most people, which makes zero sense to me because the place that I go to get healthier is usually the place where I end up picking up viruses. It's kind of like people, where do they die? They usually die in a hospital. So I'm starting to think maybe I just avoid hospitals and stop going to the gym and I'd be a lot healthier. Okay, so today we're seeing Bitcoin pump. Check it out, all-time high. This is a daily chart, 109, 110,000. Everyone's jumping up and down. And you say, great. So what about the total market of crypto? It's moving higher. It hit its highs back in November and December. But this blue line here represents the high of the last bull cycle. It's above that. And it's probably a little above last bull cycle adjusted for inflation. So it's moving up. Awesome. It's almost at an all-time high. Then we look at the others market, which is all crypto minus the top 10. Like get rid of some stable coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Essentially all these altcoins that we want to get these huge gains from. What are they doing? Well, here it is. The 2021 high last time is this orange line. Back in November and December, we didn't even get to that line. And now we're way below it. If that line is roughly 500 billion and we're roughly at 250 billion, well, we got to double just to get to the last time's high and then higher. So what is this showing us? Well, if this one area here is November, December, and we're in this 2 area, we're nowhere near there. Why? Bitcoin's going through the roof. Shouldn't everything move? All right. Well, in theory, it works like this. Excuse me. Bitcoin moves up. We know that once it crossed 100,000, that was a big deal. It got a lot of media coverage and people are talking about it. Okay, so after that, we came back down, but now we're getting an all-time high. We'll start getting more media coverage and people talking about it. What does that mean? Well, hopefully that means that the average investor out there is going to, and more people are going to start moving into and paying attention to Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, not only is it over 100, but now it's at another all-time high. Maybe this is the place to go. So they all start coming in. Then you think about maybe yourself and others that potentially have Bitcoin at much lower prices. Wasn't that long ago, it had a dip down to what, 70 or 80,000? So a lot of people are in the green. Actually, if it hits an all-time high, everyone is in the green. As it moves up, people start thinking to themselves, okay, I've heard those talk about predictions of 150 for Bitcoin this cycle before it corrects a little bit, maybe 200, maybe even 300. But let's just throw 200 out there. Well, that's a 2x from here. Well, those that have been in the market for a while will start moving that money to chase higher returns, 4x, 5x, 10x. Typically, that moves down into Ethereum. We all know how the waterfall approach. Why Ethereum? Well, Ethereum ERC20 tokens, probably 30 or 40 of the top 100 tokens are ERC20. So you're usually, if you're using a wallet, you're going to buy it on an exchange. You're going to need Ethereum to pay those gas fees. So money will start flowing down into Ethereum, then down into altcoins. Great. When's that going to happen? Well, we always talk about we want Bitcoin dominance. We want to see that starting to fall. That's not falling. We are literally at step 1, which is Bitcoin starts rocketing up. Then, once money starts moving, we'll see Bitcoin dominance, and then we'll see the altcoins and more people come into the market. 2 interesting things you may have heard people talk about. One, this individual posted, hey, the Coinbase app. Last time, I believe the Coinbase app last run was maybe number 1 in the App Store. So people look to that to say, what is an indicator of a lot of people having interest in crypto, in Bitcoin and in crypto in general? Well, they're starting to download something like that Coinbase app. And right now, it's currently at 303. It says last time Bitcoin hit an all-time high was at 15. And I believe last run-up, it was probably closer to 1. So 303. So that shows you that when we start really moving, this should be like top 10 or top 5, the app itself. So that tells us that retail, the average investor is not here yet. That money's not flowing in. Another interesting one, people like to look at Google Trends for searching on Google. Of course, people use all kinds of other things now. But If you look here for the last 12 months, look at the peak of 100 being most interest was November 10th to 16th, November, December. That's when the market really started to move. Now the interest is around 41. It's been coming down this whole time. It's starting to move back up. But as you can see, it was way higher November and December. So what am I getting at? I'm getting at this. Relax, take a deep breath. You're probably as impatient as me. This is a great sign to see Bitcoin hit an all-time high. That is just step one. Now we need more interest. Now we need more people to come in, and then we start seeing it flow down. I wanted you to realize that if you're thinking, why are my alts not moving? Why is this others market not taking off when the total market seems to be taking off? Well, total market's taking off because Bitcoin's taking off, and Bitcoin makes up 64 or 65% of this total market at the moment. So when it runs, this runs. So in my opinion, we have yet to move even close to alt season, but this is great news because I think it solidifies that step one is starting and that money supply is really starting to move into Bitcoin, and it should start trickling down. Thanks for watching. Hope you all make generational wealth together with crypto. Have a great day and avoid gyms because they make you sick, but they also make you feel better. It's a catch-22.